Good morning, SMFMTs, MMTs, MTs. What does that mean? Market Maker Trader, SMF, MMTs. New York Stock Exchange, Best Buy leading the pack down, $5.44. Lowered price action guidance in their numbers, and they have not executed well, so the street's going to punish it as they are right now. FDS down $1.78, so these are the gap ratio down that we would be looking at as far as the trade management goes as to how they bounce off of that lower price action. And when they do bounce off that lower price action is how far do they go up, and then you slide that bid short. SMF MMTs. Now, the gap down list is that Best Buy leads the way. The rest of them are diminished. Now, let's take a look at the other part of the coin. The gap open list is quite different. Let's take a look and see if we can doctor this up for you so that you can see how the prices are going to change and how these are also little diminishing penny gaps on, the NYSE. So what we're going to be looking at is what's leading the gap is EMS at $3.14. The leader gap is a $3.14 ratio with the P symbol with the $1.46 gap ratio. So once they gap up, what the MMT will do in the MMT market maker platform and the pricing platform is when they exhaust themselves, you will look at taking that 369 price action reversal down to support. Then you would cover and you would be looking for an immediate 3-minute buy action bar, and you would hit it long, should that be the case, on these ratio gaps here. So we have a lot of economic data coming out. It's going to be an emotional driven event all morning. You have the FOMC, you got Best Buy leading it down. You have other things that are going on. You got the tax cuts that are going to get voted on. You got Moody's thinking about downgrading the U.S. bond should this tax bill pass. So, yes, it's good for the economy. It's good for people like us, because that way we can understand where the business cycle is. We can understand where the supply chains are. We can understand everything that we need to know and what the truth is. So what you're going to do today is let the SMF market maker platform be the guide, the referee between the buyer and the seller in that price action. And that relationship is going to be very important, because so far, 6 days in a row, we have made the higher highs, which is great. However, they've been being sold short and profit taking. Okay? And that's what December is living up to right now. So we're going to be, once again, if this market is going to have any legs to it on any headline news, it's going to pull back. The diminishing price action pullback like a 369 SMF MMTs with that buy action bar. And that you have to take the short up at the top now, just in case it is slide to bid. Today is day 7. So for 6 days in a row, that's been the trade. And today is day 7. And that's just the gap up, and this is a trade management on pre-market right now, 6:14 a.m. Stock market's going to open up in 16 minutes. Today's date is 12/14/2010. Price action is going to be made. And Google is a great trade. Amgen is one I'm going to be focusing on. I'm going to be focusing on the bull and the tech bulls and the tech bears and some of the bear ETFs, and so I can watch that fear indicator on the VIX. That's the VIX, and that is the back half of that S&P 500 index. So when fear goes high, S&P sells. When the VXN, which is related to NASDAQ 100 and NASDAQ Comp, when that breaks and goes higher, then equities will sell off and there slide the bid. The SMF MMTs will enter and engage price action failures so that they are triggered short automatically, and that when they do bounce, the bounce is diminished like a 3 minute and a half of a 3, and then they start to go dead right there, guess what? That means you would let the short continue to move in price action and get paid more. Good morning. Welcome. It's going to be the triple witch. It is December. It is the last major expiration of 2010. Now, if the bulls were bullish, they'd be looking forward, because that's what the stock market does. However, so far in 6 days, the bulls haven't managed to hold the higher price action in the indexes and equities across the board. So once again, let's get ready to rumble, MMTs. Get your SMF MMT market maker platforms up, and let's get down and grind into the emotional part of what the public does. Let's use our trade management and the MMT platform and get some price action made.